She's not even really a Karen. She's more of a meth head.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal defense lawyer, donning my Irish cufflinks today. And you'll see that I'm wearing my spectacles full-time because I got a little something in my eye. I got a little star in my eye. So I have to don the glasses today and leave the contacts at home. But, you know, here's the deal. If you're a Karen, I know there's plenty of Karens that watch this, you know, and you want to know what to do, what not to do. This is a video for you, Karen. Karen. Don't you just fucking hate Karens? I mean, I hate to say that, but I shouldn't even swear in the first 10 seconds of the video, but what the heck? This is free speech, isn't it? So before we get to Karen thinks she's above the law by Midwest Safety, this is brought to you by AskALawyer.com. AskALawyer.com is a friendly way to get legal advice from a real lawyer. So let's say you have a dispute with your landlord, or let's say you just need somebody on standby to answer questions. $49 is all it's going to cost you. Is that ridiculously cheap? $49 to have somebody at the ready, at your side, and be able to either say, hey, you got a claim or you don't have a claim. $49 for legal advice from a real, living, breathing lawyer. Now, if you don't need that, but you're doing your own legal research, they also have an AI component that's trained on all the 50 states. So AskALawyer.com. Go there. They're a loyal sponsor for our channel, and they are brought to you by the same people who brought you eForms and eSign, so you know they're a quality outfit. Okay, now, hi, I'm Bruce Rivers. I'm your board-certified criminal defense lawyer, as I already told you. And today we're going to be reacting to, this is a cold reaction. Oh, I think I might have just had a bright idea. Sorry. This is I haven't seen, this is a cold reaction, so I don't know exactly what this is going to be, but I can kind of guess that it's going to be an over-the-top woman who thinks that the rules don't apply to her. So before we waste any more time, you probably don't need a full box of wine, but, you know, some popcorn would do.
After multiple different hotels attempt to kick a woman off their property, she hides in one of the hotel's maintenance areas. Officers are called.
Okay, let's just start out with hiding in a maintenance area, or basically where the dumpsters are, is a fitting place for a woman like this.
Officers are called to get her and her vehicle off the property. However, she's about to create way more problems than officers anticipated.
And when you have cowboy boots and a semi-thong, it's not a good look, especially if you're on your way to the Hooskow.
Do you stay here?
Stay wherever I want. Who are you? You need to address yourself.
What's your car, that Mustang?
Yeah. What? Is there a problem?
The problem is what happened over there.
The problem is she's a winch because she's ugly.
Okay, well, I can't even talk to you because you won't let me talk.
Because she's full of shit.
Okay, they're going to tow your car. They're going to tow your car. That's all you need to know. They're going to tow your car. Okay, because it needs to get out of there. They're going to tow your car.
Then I'll move it. What's
Okay?
the fucking deal?
So move.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say no matter what you said to this woman, she's going to be a pain in the ass. Period. Hard stop in the story. And, you know, and I know she's luxuriating in this area of the hotel where there's laundry and garbage and, you know, and really deluxe accommodations. She's what you call a catch.
So move it.
You don't have to be an asshole because some...
You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me.
You know, and here's the guy just trying to tell her, look, they're going to tow your fucking car, lady. You better move it. And so, I mean, you know, let me just tell you something. Life's too short to sweat the petty stuff. You're better off petting the sweaty stuff.
Listening to me.
I am.
So go ahead and move it.
No, you could have said, could you move your car, please?
I'm trying to talk to you.
That people
I'm trying to talk to you.
I left $20 in the fucking man of a homeless hand.
Relax.
I left.
She's not even really a Karen. She's more of a meth head.
I left fucking $20. That bitch ain't shit. She's a piece of fucking crap.
That's fine.
She's a piece of fucking crap. You know, people who use the term piece of fucking crap generally are pieces of fucking crap.
Fine.
She don't have any empathy, can't even say who she is, tell you what your number is. Nobody tells people who their room number is when they're alone.
I
And you're a
understand.
girl.
Okay.
And human trafficking go on. I work for the government. That's bullshit.
Okay.
You work for the government. Does that mean you're on welfare?
You guys, whatever.
Okay.
I'll get in my car in a few minutes. I had to calm down. I can't drive when I'm mad.
All right. Sounds good.
Jesus.
All right, so once you move it, that's fine.
I'm mad at her. I'm not mad at you.
Okay, got you.
You could have fucking fooled me. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
Just make sure you move it.
Reports indicate this woman now hopped a fence and pulled her white Mustang convertible into a nearby BP gas station, hitting the parking bumper. A second officer now arrives and helps the original officer confront her after her erratic behavior.
So one of the things when you have this kind of erratic behavior and you're calling attention to yourself, it's indicative of what? Probably drug use, some kind of drug use. And you're loud, proud, and angry, right? And when you do that, you bring heat on yourself. You know, instead of, oh, thank you so much. I will move my car right now. I will move it over to the BP gas station where I'll probably ruin some shit. You know, fuck it, eh?
Listen to what he's telling you to do.
First of all,
You need to get out of the
right
car.
to touch me. What's your issue?
He's telling you to get out of the car.
Why are you guys manhandling
Stop
me?
You gotta relax. You
But
gotta
why
relax.
are you manhandling me?
Because
For
you're
what?
tensing up
Well,
and
then read
pulling
me
away
my
from
rights.
him.
What's your
Relax.
issue? You gotta read me
You're
my
not-
rights.
He doesn't need
Well,
to
then
read
let
you.
me.
If he's got a gun, don't resist. If he's bigger than you and there's another one that's bigger than you, don't resist. If you got a mouth, close it.
Well, then
read
let
you
me
right.
go, please.
You're not under arrest. Relax.
I'm
Relax.
trying to get a damn drink.
Relax.
Relax.
Let me go.
Stop resisting.
Dude, are you f***ing serious? What is your issue?
Stop tensing up.
No. You don't have to f***ing arrest me unless you read my rights.
not-
I work for the
you're not under
government. I
arrest.
know my
I work for the government. She said that now twice. Some tells me she considers collecting welfare working for the government. But here's the thing. What good does it do her to jerk the cops around? I mean, she's not going to get away. You know, it just never ceases to amaze me how people kind of get into this habit.
Well, then let me go.
Nobody's
Not under any Baker Act,
nobody's
dude.
asking you
I'm
any
mad.
questions.
My car's blown up and I'm stuck here and now you guys aren't helping.
Stop
My
tensing up
mechanic's
on him.
on his way.
What
I
is-
asked for
what
permission.
is
The car
your
can
name?
stay for 30 minutes.
What is your name?
I'm not driving.
What is your name?
Melody, let go of
No.
me. My
Relax.
wrist is
No.
spraying.
Relax.
And this is what I see on videos.
relax.
People like,
Your wrist is sprained. How would you like it broken? Now, I'm not a fan of either manhandling a woman or manhandling, or cops manhandling people. I'm just not. But this didn't have to go this way. I mean, all they were talking about is her parking, and she has to flip out on these guys.
you.
Stop
Relax.
turning
Relax.
around and tensing up.
No, because you
Okay?
haven't read me right.
If he's
I've done
told you-
nothing wrong.
listen,
I'm staying at this
If
hotel.
he's told you you're placed under a Baker Act,
Sir,
okay, we have the right to
listen.
detain you for the purpose of effecting
I have not done anything.
Okay.
Being Baker acted means someone has been involuntarily committed to a mental health facility. Police officers are able to initiate a Baker Act if they believe someone is exhibiting this type of
I was
behavior.
still nice.
You're not being placed under
And-
arrest right now,
Well, then
but
let
he
me
is
go,
detaining
please.
you.
I love this. You're not being detained. Or you're not being arrested. You're being detained. What's the difference, honestly? There's really no difference. You're in handcuffs. You're not free to go. You're under arrest. In terms of Miranda, you know what Miranda is, right? Miranda is you have the right to remain silent, that whole warning. And as long as you're in custody or detained and they're initiating interrogation, then you've got, you're arrested and Miranda attaches.
You're
Can
not
this be a
under
real
arrest.
person?
You're not under arrest.
Well, what's your issue?
You're gonna
Testosterone?
be Baker acted. That's what's gonna
For
happen.
what?
Which means he's going to detain you in
For
handcuffs
what?
right now.
Relax.
Stop.
Let me know for what?
You're
You
listen,
know how many people
listen,
it takes
I'll
to
speak
Baker
to you
Act
after.
someone?
I'll speak to you
Melody.
after.
No, why can't
Melody,
you tell me not like
listen.
a person?
Listen.
You're not
You are being
humans.
Baker acted. You
For
are not
what?
being arrested. If you do not stop
For
tensing
what?
up, stop. If you do
For
not
what?
stop tensing
Get your
up,
finger out of my
you
face.
will be arrested for resisting.
For what?
Okay? Do
You
wanna
haven't
go
read
to
me
jail
my
after?
rights. You said I'm not being charged for anything.
The only thing that reading your rights is applicable to is Miranda. And if they're not trying to take a statement from her, they don't have to read your rights. Good point, Robert. So Robert just told me, and it makes sense. Do you know how many people it takes to Baker Act? I mean, like, she's got speaking with authority. In other words, this is not her first rodeo.
Okay.
So what
but
am I
you're
being
currently
Baker acting because I
resisting.
wanted to get a drink
He's giving you
or
a
check out of the
lawful order.
hotel?
She's gonna go. Relax.
What
Relax.
is your issue, dude?
Relax. So we're gonna take you to the
You're
ground.
really letting a girl have her way
Relax.
because I was checking out and I was at the pool and my
Relax.
car's broke down?
We don't want to do this.
What is
Relax.
the issue then? You're going to break my f***ing elbow.
No one's
Stop.
gonna break anything.
You said I'm not under arrest. What's
Okay.
the fucking issue?
Handcuffs don't mean you're under arrest.
You
but
need
you
multiple
are being
people to
detained.
Baker Act someone. I
No,
know
you
the
do
law.
not.
Yes, you do. What the f is your issue? Really? For what am I being arrested?
You're not being arrested. You're being Baker acted.
For what?
And you're being detained
For
in
what?
handcuffs.
For what? How
We'll
many
explain
people
that
does
to you
it
in a
take?
minute once you've got.
Basically, they're talking about it as a psych hold and where somebody is a danger to themselves or others. And she's clearly agitated. Why so agitated? Is it because you don't like the swimsuit you're wearing with those boots? Is it because that frustrates you a little bit? Or it's just because you're just being crazy?
Once you've
I
got
know. I
something
worked for the fucking government.
That's fine.
How many times is that? Is that 3 or 4? Let's have a drinking game. Everybody take a shot when she says, I work for the government. I guess we'll be drunk by not even halfway into the video.
Higher above you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so what am I being detained for?
He just told you. You're being
And how
placed
many
under a
people
Baker.
And when you were doing this, when you're Baker acting somebody or holding somebody under a psych hold, and they keep telling you they work for the federal government, guess what? They probably are wearing a tinfoil hat and see black helicopters.
How many
Under a
people
Baker
does it
Act.
take to Baker Act an adult?
One.
No, it does not.
For law enforcement? Yes,
No,
it
it does not.
Can I fix
For
this cuff
what?
so it doesn't
I'm not even
ride up on your
driving. You
arm?
asked me to move my car. I moved my
Listen.
car. For what?
Can I fix this cuff for
No,
you?
not.
him
You can
fix
tell
it.
me. For, what am I being arrested?
You're not
being
arrested.
arrested.
You're
So what am I
under a
being
Baker
Baker
Act.
acted? Because the
you
fact
meet
I wanted to-
criteria. That's why.
For what?
For a Baker Act.
I'm trying to fix these
What are you
handcuffs
talking
for you.
about?
Let him fix the
I
cuffs
had
for
a
you.
drink. I'm not even driving.
I'm trying to
And
fix
I
these
would never
handcuffs
drive
for you.
drinking. My car's broke down.
I'm trying to fix these
I
handcuffs
have
for
money.
you.
I'll pay for another room.
Can I
I've never
please fix these
bothered
handcuffs?
anyone.
Can I please fix these
For
handcuffs?
what?
So they're not.
All she has to do is sit there and be calm and then answer questions. Like, what are you doing here? Are you okay? What day is it today? What's the temperature outside? Is it what time, place, and date, time, and place? Those are the 3 things. Alert and oriented times 3. That's which. But she's so agitated, and she's just agitated because they're talking to her and detaining her.
So they're not riding up on your arm like they are right now.
Sir, seriously,
I don't want
are
these
you a
cuffs
boy?
to cut you.
Seriously?
I'm trying to help you out.
They should ask that of Macron's wife. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't mean that. I just think it's so silly that people think she's a man.
My boyfriend stayed with me and he left me. I was trying to fix my
Listen,
car.
let me-
What is your
let me
reason
down.
for trying to Baker Act me?
He'll explain that once you stop resisting.
No,
right
that's
now.
not the point.
Okay,
You have
it
to
is the
tell me
point.
before and read me my rights.
No one has to read your rights.
Yes, you do. I haven't driven.
Okay,
I haven't
you're-
done anything wrong.
You're wanting us to
I was
read.
So in custody and interrogation, that's when your Miranda attaches. If they're not trying to initiate interrogation, they don't have to read you your rights.
I was at the pool. A girl got mad that I was past half an hour, and I came out here.
Okay.
What are you Baker acting me for?
He can explain that to you.
For what? And you're hurting me.
Okay, well, you keep tensing up.
Well, yeah, fuck. I have my daughter's therapy dog there. You think you're just gonna... For what? You haven't
Have a seat in
explained
the car.
anything.
Have a seat. We'll talk to you.
No, you haven't talked to me at all. Will you turn the air on, honey?
Yes, absolutely.
He's gonna put the air on.
Will you turn the air on, honey? Oh, now you're being sweet. Fuck.
For what are you Baker acting?
All right, there's all the way up. Kick your feet in. Hey, kick your
I
feet
didn't
in.
go-
I know I keep interrupting this, and it might seem kind of frustrating, but it's fun to chat about this, isn't it? A little bit. I mean, people do the strangest things. Like, she's so animated and she's so upset at the side of the road when this really could probably just be cleared up with just a few simple questions, right? But she doesn't want to do that, and that's like you see these videos where these people are stopped and then they're just abusive to the cops. It's like, you don't have to answer questions, but you don't have to be an asshole either. I mean, fucking, hey, stop. People will make a mountain out of a molehill. Probably, if there wasn't a crime before the cops encountered her, this resisting can turn into a crime. It's a secondary crime, of course. But here's the other thing. People make the dumbest decisions. People take off from the cops when they have when they know their driver's license is suspended. Guess what? Driving at a suspended license is a misdemeanor. Taking off is a felony. So never commit a felony to avoid a misdemeanor. Hard stop.
Go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt anyone.
I turn the air up for
What's
you.
your fucking problem?
You need to listen to what we're telling you to do. Does
I
not.
know the fucking law. If you know the law so well,
Are you going to put your legs in, or am I going to have
And
to
do
pull
you,
you
you
into
guys
this
know
car?
the wall so well? Why am I in trouble? Tell me. Oh, you're just a prick like everyone else who wants to put.
Okay. I didn't even get a chance to read the call notes.
I don't even.
Look at the cop. He's like, oh, fuck it. Hey, I'm going to have to write up this report.
know. Okay,
We'll talk to you in just a minute, ma'am.
So she was here. I guess calls in the 22.
Okay.
They said they want a 42 her, so I
Okay.
said okay. She hopped the fence, went to La Quinta. She was kind of hiding in one of their maintenance rooms.
Okay.
I was talking to her. She got on my face, started yelling.
Okay.
She wasn't like balling up or anything, but
Okay.
she was heading that way. So I came over here to give her the 42. She has her car right here. I tell her, okay, move your car, because they're gonna tow it. She like floored it, almost slammed into my car, and then flew right here.
Okay.
And she crashed into the bumper there.
Okay.
And then that's when she got out. She goes in there to ask him, like, hey, can my car stay here or whatever? Then at that point, I was like, okay, I need to.
Now, this cop is absolutely eminently reasonable. You know, and when you have psych problems, which clearly this woman has some kind of problem, and sometimes drug problems can mask themselves as psych problems or vice versa. Her ability to process information without emotion is nil.
Put her under a 229 or I smell the alcohol in here.
Yeah, I can smell the alcohol on her breath. I would
There we go. Booze.
I'd definitely go more towards Marchman Act than a Baker, unless she made any comments that she was going to hurt herself or hurt anybody else.
I'm a nurse, and that's my daughter's therapy dog. She has seizures.
Okay,
So
I
you
was
might
ju-
want to call
I-
her grandmother.
Okay, I was
and
just
tell
about
her,
to ask you who
even
I
though
can get
don't
for the
know what
dogs. I'll have to
is
call
the-
in.
I thought you worked for the government, for the federal government, way above these guys.
Call
the
animal
issue because
control.
I didn't even drive. But you guys, I don't understand what the hell you guys are doing. You don't even tell people what you're doing.
So here's
That's
the thing.
a problem.
Here's the thing.
I worked for the government. You guys are sad. You guys really break my heart. I had a heartbreaking day. My car broke down. My guy left, and now I had to move my car 6 feet, and I did, and I'm in trouble. So, good for you.
So I had a DUI one time, not me personally, but I represented a guy, and he really did just move from one parking spot to the other. And I can't remember what the probable cause was to stop him, probably because somebody had reported him. But it doesn't matter how far you move your car. If you're in physical control, you don't even have to move your car. If you're asleep in your car and you just say, look, it's better that I don't drive. I'm just, and you have the keys, readily available, and then you can move the car at any moment. You're in physical control of a motor vehicle. And when you're like that, that's a DUI.
Good for you guys. Let's get going.
Would you like me to explain what's going on?
You guys don't want to. That's your
Okay. No, we wanted to get you secure to make sure you weren't going to hurt yourself or somebody
Of
else
course I'm not.
before we sat there and tried
Why
to
would I
explain
hurt
it.
someone?
This-
I asked for a drink,
Okay.
and 30 minutes from my car, he said no. I said fine.
Here's
I'll
the
drive
problem.
my car to the next parking lot. I told your officer, I'll drive my car to the next parking lot. That's not a reason to be Baker acted.
Here's
because
the
my
problem.
car's broke
Stop.
down, I have to move it from my hotel room. Are you serious? I know people that are out of their mind.
When the supervisor gets
They're
here
out of their
and you
mind.
complain,
Stop talking. Wouldn't you like to go to sleep like that? Like, let's say you work a hard, long day, and all of a sudden you put your head down on the pillow, and that doesn't stop talking. Oh, just enough to want to chop off your toenails.
complain that we haven't told you what's going
Sir,
on, I'm
you
going to play
didn't
this
complain.
video for
You
him
didn't
of you
complain.
talking
You
over
didn't
me
tell me
every
what's going
time I
on.
try to talk to you and
All
let you know what's going
told me is
on.
what? What'd I do wrong? Nothing.
You'd almost be better off doing disorderly intoxication.
Yeah.
I'll 10-15 her for that. But she keeps asking, what she did, this and that. I was trying to ask her about the dog, who we could give the dog to, and she just keeps talking over me.
Yeah, she
I
won't
literally can't get a word out.
She
You didn't tell me what I did.
Do you guys know a woman like that who no matter what you do, they just overtalk you, and if you have something to say, they just turn it right back on you no matter what, and then you want to try to listen, and you really can't make sense out of what they're saying because it goes on and fucking on and on and on and on, and then you really try to listen to them, but then they just, and then you try to get a word in edgewise, and it's like, why are you interrupting me? Why are you interrupting me? Because if I don't, I'm gonna grow a beard while I'm sitting here talking to you. Fuck.
And I'm like, every time I'm trying to tell you what you did or what's going on, you scream and you yell over me. I can't get a word out. Is Sarge still coming here?
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
What's the crime?
So here's
Reason number 87 why I don't want to be a cop. I love cops because, people always say, oh, you're a defense lawyer. You must hate cops. No, I love cops. They feed my children. I mean, they take them off the street. I put them right back on, But look what they have to put up with. This kind of shit on a daily basis.
Here's the couple concerns that we have.
I didn't do anything wrong.
If you want me to explain something to you, stop talking over me.
I didn't finish my sentence. I have not done anything wrong. What's the problem?
Problem is, with her sentence, there's no punctuation because it's just a run-on sentence, and there's no period, there's no comma, there's no new paragraph indentation, there's no opening statement, thesis, and then a closing statement. It's just one run-on motherfucking sentence.
Problem. Where's the dog? That's her therapy.
The dog is in the car.
And?
I was trying to get the number from
you.
you.
Were threatening me. You're just too busy threatening me.
How did I threaten
about
you?
Your supervisor not being here. And I've been in this car for 26 minutes, and you guys didn't tell me anything.
No, you have not.
It's been 12 minutes, not 26, and guess what? That brings up a good point because sometimes when, there's no alcohol involved, they do a thing called the Romberg test, and they tell you to guess when the passage of 30 seconds is, and if you're short or long or whatever, it's indicative of a fast internal clock or a slow internal clock. And if you have that, it's an indication of drug use. I think it's kind of bullshit test, but it is what it is.
No, you have not been in the car for 26 minutes.
There's no reason for me to even be in here.
So our original...
She got mad because
what is the phone number for the
upset.
person who needs to get the dog?
Do you understand?
What is the phone number for the person who
still don't
needs to
even
get the
want
dog?
in here?
So the other officer
not
got a call
understand.
about wanting you trespassed, okay, for
Which
whatever
is
went...
fine, whatever, but she's not nice.
Will you let me finish explaining my side to you,
Sure,
please?
but you guys didn't give me a chance to explain.
Okay, I just gave you...
You really need a platform to do that, lady. I mean, you really need to be heard. And I think you should join some kind of encounter group where you all wear the same type of outfit and there's a lock on the door and there's pad on the walls. And then maybe you get Jell-O in the afternoon.
I just gave you several opportunities to explain. So my understanding is
I
he...
help people every day, and you're going around arresting people.
Fucking do my head.
My patience is
Will you
wearing very,
please-
very thin with
Yeah,
you.
mine too. Will you please come? I have a child, dude, and I don't know what the f I'm in the car for. Can you please come back? I'll listen.
I'm
please.
going to stand right here and I'm going to explain it to you.
Oh.
So when he tried to come and speak with you,
How
okay,
you threaten me with your supervisor, and I don't
No.
understand. You guys didn't explain.
Okay.
How am I going to understand?
we're going to wait for the supervisor to get here. He can explain it to
You
you.
shouldn't be saying that.
I'm not arguing
You
with
should
you.
explain. You're
I'm not-
smart enough to explain yourself.
I'm not going to talk over you.
You never explained anything. I begged you at my car.
This
I
is now
begged
the
you.
third time I've tried to explain
I begged you
it, and you were
5
talking
times.
over me.
I said, come back in and let me.
So we're going to wait for Todd to get here because I can't get a word out with her. I got her in my car.
The sergeant arrives, and officers speak with him off camera. After their conversation, the sergeant takes his leave, and the officer tries yet again to explain the situation to the suspect.
So I'll have you stand here with me because every time I've tried to do this, she just talks right over me. Oh, you can't bake rabbit. You need 3 adults. I didn't do anything. I just want a root beer. You're going to end up being placed under arrest for disorderly intoxication.
I'm not
Okay.
intoxicated, dude. Are you
Okay.
serious?
We could both smell the alcohol on your
I
breath.
woke up at 9 a.m. and I had 1 drink and I've been here. The checkout was at 12 and at 12:20 I was at the pool. She asked me to leave and I f***ing left.
Okay, it's
I
3:45
went
and we
next
could
door.
both smell the alcohol on your breath.
And it's 1 drink. Ask
At
him.
9 a.m. You had 1 drink at 9 a.m. and your breath still smells like alcohol.
My mother's a f***ing preacher.
Okay,
What
that's
is
irrelevant.
Your issue, dude?
That's irrelevant. My
You're
issue
still
is
sitting here waiting for your supervisor. I've been in here for 30
No, the
minutes.
supervisor-
You can't tell me what I even did wrong.
the supervisor
I didn't
came and
drive-
went.
Is your head done in? I mean, are you thinking, oh my God, Bruce, is there another video we can watch? I see what I mean? I don't even think she's a Karen. I think she's a pain in the ass.
drive. I didn't do anything. All I did, the lady was being a bitch.
If you don't tell me where your daughter's at, we're calling animal control for the dog, and I don't want to do that.
Tried to buy a drink, and then when he said I couldn't leave my car here, I
Okay.
turned him down. I've been here a lot of times.
Unfortunately,
I
you've been
couldn't leave
talking
my
over me
car.
this entire time, so I'm not able to fully explain to you why.
Well, you
all
never
right?
explained why
All I'm
anything.
required
You should
to
be
do.
reading my rights.
Okay, I'm
But
not
I don't
asking you any.
understand.
I'm not asking you.
What could be lost with a little silence? Nothing.
I'm not asking you any incriminating questions.
I'm
not asking you
still read my
anything.
rights when I'm under arrest. There's nothing. I didn't do
Incorrect.
anything wrong.
Incorrect.
All I asked you over and over is what I did wrong to be detained.
Okay, and I
I'm
can't tell you
trying to get
because
my
you're
car
still
fixed.
talking over me. All right.
Well, I'm upset.
Okay.
You're a normal citizen, right? Me too.
Awesome looking policeman.
Appreciate it.
You're handsome. Wow. He wants a picture with the police officer.
Oh, absolutely. I might have some badge stickers in the car, too.
After being nice enough to take some pictures with the little boy and giving him some badge stickers, the officers are given bags of clothing from the nearby hotels that allegedly belong to the suspect. The officer then becomes concerned for the suspect's dog.
Let's get her out of my car and into yours, and I'm going to put the dog in my car with the AC on.
Dumpster, bitch. Why'd you just put trash bags in my car?
Those are bags of clothing that they found.
They're not mine. Don't put.
Somehow, I think escalating this by raising your voice is not exactly what the cops have in mind. And it's not exactly something that will help you. You know, one of the things that just drives me crazy is people are so caught up in their own emotions that, you know, my buddy Lee, he says something about intellect over ass. In other words, when you're flying an airplane and, you know, your ass or your feelings start telling you one thing, but the instruments are telling you another, you got to go with your intellect, right? But the problem is you have to have intellect to start with.
Trash in my car? What the hell's wrong with you? That's not my shit. I walked over there for 3 seconds, and you guys, he walked up right when I got there. Don't put trash in my car. You're stealing hotel's car and putting it in my. What the f is wrong with you?
It's women's.
Something tells me she doesn't want them looking in her car. That's a guess. I haven't seen this, but maybe she's got some controlled substances in her car that she doesn't want anybody looking at.
Women's clothing.
And I don't give a fuck. I'm a size 1.
Relax. You need to relax.
You don't put trash in my car.
We
Where's
thought it
your
was-
supervisor?
we thought it was your
It's been
belongings.
an hour. Well, it's not. So get it the f out.
Okay, so we'll put it back in the
Get
trash
it
can.
out of my car.
Sit in the car.
You're a thief. You just stole
put it back.
trash
We'll put
from
it back.
someone's dumpster and put it in my car.
Here, have a seat.
What the f is wrong with you? I'm not a dumpster, bitch. I rented a hotel here. I've been here for an hour.
Okay.
You've been here for an hour sitting in the AC, not letting me talk to you.
Give me a break. You just broke the law.
Last time I helped you out with anything. Yeah. Good Lord. Let me go put all that stuff back in the dumpster since she thinks we're dumping trash in her car. Well, if it is hers, it's going back in the dumpster, so.
36, 31.
All right, come on.
229 PD. College Road, Southwest 13th Street. College Road, Southwest 13th Street. Over at 10. It's on maximum.
There you go. Here's some water. Want some water?
Don't even read people their rights. That's illegal right there. So you're already f***ed. I don't even know what the f*** I'm arrested for.
You know, when you look back at how you raise your children, you hope they are the exact opposite of this.
I don't know what the f*** I'm arrested for. I just finished my drink and walked outside, so I can't be arrested for public intoxication. Because I haven't been in public. It's the world. You don't even have to be black to be disrespected. You f*** disrespect the whites. Karma's a bitch, dude. God's a judge, and I didn't do anything wrong, and you're wasting your time, and you want to manhandle me, so.
Recording.
You gonna behave for me? Are you gonna cooperate for me?
Oh, sure, darling. I mean, I'm a preacher's daughter, but yeah, I'm the stabbing type. Give me a f***ing break.
Preacher's daughter. You know, you got everything going on. You work for the federal government. You're a preacher's daughter. You know, you're pissed off. You know, when you have a cop's daughter or a preacher's daughter, sometimes they can be the worst.
Give me a f***ing break, dude. You know what I did? I bought a drink at a gas station and didn't mistreat anyone. You want to manhandle girls, and you're going to pay for it. My lawyer's going to make sure of it. Quit f***ing grabbing me.
Relax.
You didn't relax at all, did you? You didn't even tell me, oh, wait, you didn't read my rights because you're not a real
Relax.
cop.
Here.
You didn't read my
Here,
rights.
stand
It's
against the
on-
wall over.
Now attack his manhood as a cop. You're not a real cop, are you? How is this helping her? It's not.
Against the wall over here.
Okay.
Disorderly intoxication. Why do I always get the fun people, man? Why do I always get the fun people? Gosh.
I mean, it almost sounds funny at first when you watch it, but you know, it's their time with her is much longer than this video shows, right? And I'm telling you, it feels as long as it is, in fact, longer.
Hey guys, John here, and we have an exhilarating call today. Now, police deal with multiple trespassing calls in a day, and of course some are simple, and some go in a direction that nobody saw coming. And this call took a hard left into chaos if you ask me, because this woman has already been kicked out, so as police approach and engage, they already probably know she's not going quietly. And of all places, officers are conversing with her in a maintenance area. Now, I do get it, she stated she's upset over a car issue and an argument that she had with hotel staff. But I have dealt with this before. She's becoming more defiant, she's causing more disorder, and she's also delaying the inevitable. Because the person who actually rented the room, the boyfriend, has already left. So unless she rents another room, she does have to go. And something I believe that people don't understand is...
if the room ain't in your name, if the apartment or Airbnb isn't in your name, and the person who rented it is not there and is abandoned or taken off, you don't have the right to stay there. And if the cops come, you have no right to refuse a search.
I believe that people don't understand is police have to respond to many calls in one shift. We respond, we assess to the best of our ability so we can resolve. And police cannot be there for an hour for this type of call. Now, this is when the incident gets worse for her and police because she then gets into an accident. And this possibly can create another set of report numbers because of her actions. And one of the craziest things that can happen in police work is when one incident turns into several incidents. And we see here that police were going to Baker Act this woman, but decided against it. And it is named after a former Florida State Representative, Maxine Baker. Now, in Philly, this is called a 302. And a voluntary committal is called a 201. And all states do have involuntary commitment laws outlining the process for connecting someone in crisis. But the specifics of these laws do vary by state. But lastly, guys, it does depend on what the officer observes when deciding to Baker Act or arrest someone. Now, in Philly, a person can be examined once they get into the jail after arrested if they, of course, exhibit self-harming behavior. And from my experience, many times it's family who call the police to transport a person after they've done the paperwork for someone who's having a mental health crisis. And it was rare for me to commit someone, but I have done it before. And in the end, in my opinion, she didn't need a psych evaluation, she needed to take accountability. But when alcohol's possibly involved, that tends to happen later.
Melody was charged with disorderly intoxication, totaling a bond of $2,000. She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Well, there you go. That's our little reaction to Melody. Melody Cool. You know Melody Cool was? She sang with Prince. Take a bad situation and make it worse. I mean, that's how you can characterize. And I don't even put it in the same category as a Karen. Because Karens are usually rule followers, or not rule followers, but they want to make you follow the rules. And they get in your grill, and, you know, she was kind of like that, I guess. Did she really need that night in the Hilton Hotel in the police precinct? I don't think so. And what a travesty out of her day. I mean, so her dog gets taken into impound, her car gets impounded, somebody's got to come care for her kids, she's got to pay for both to get them out. I mean, all for what? All because she was just a little pissed drunk and pissed off. Just a word of the wise, if cops come to talk to you, hey, nothing going on here. I don't answer questions. See you later, copper. I mean, she didn't have to get all pissed off. Anyway, this has been our reaction to Karen and Above the Law Karen. So we'll see you next time here at Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal defense lawyer. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and we got these new, I like these. This is black on black. Stop Self-Snitching t-shirts. You can see me wearing this on my two-wheeler, my Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. And make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, sign up for Patreon. We're putting some original content out there. Nick is blasting us up on TikTok. The other Nick and Robert are getting us going on Facebook. And soon to have our first podcast. We're looking for our first guest. Got some ideas floating in the mix. So we'll see you next time here at Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, police is at my god.
These people should not be allowed to parent children. Plain and simple.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your very own board-certified criminal defense lawyer, coming to you with my cufflinks, my gold and silver cufflinks given to me by a beautiful woman from Ireland, and that's where these are from, Ireland. Her name is Clodagh. And today, we're starting the channel again, by the grace of our former content genius named Michael Rivers. And, I like to raise the bar a little bit, I like to on occasion, educate and, not do the salacious things. But that's not today. Today we are just going to, Dad realizes his baby was eaten alive by rats. Brought to you by Iwu. Explore with us. Iwu, they give them some love. I got to give them credit where credit is due. And when you realize that your baby was eaten by rats, it's probably not, you're parenting. You might want to take a parenting class, is what I'm trying to say. So this is a cold reaction. I haven't seen this. This is Robert and Nick's idea, so let's give it a shot.
I know, but Bobby is getting the help that he needs.
I see blood everywhere.
Even the little kids are talking about seeing mice and stuff running around in there.
I'm scared. We need to get out of this house. If the kid's telling you need to get out of the house, you need to get out of the house. One of the things that I just fucking hate, that I don't really, thank God I haven't had many of these, if at all, over the course of my career, is criminal cases that involve children. They're the fucking worst. Especially when it's like physical violence or neglect. I take that back. I did have one case probably over 5 years ago that my office partner brought me into, God rest his soul. It was a couple of parents who adopted a young girl and were punishing her by not feeding her. She was in second grade and probably weighed 35 pounds, if that. I mean, it was just tragic. So when you have a criminal case that involves children, especially if you have children, I mean, how can you not think about it? My dad was a fireman, and he said he never got used to bringing kids out of a burning building. Because, you think about your own kids, I mean, Jesus Christ. Kids are a blessing. You certainly don't want them eaten by rats.
He was like eaten alive.
When Evansville police and EMTs receive an urgent 911 call describing a grisly attack by rats on a 6-month-old infant, they immediately race to the scene. As paramedics race against time to save the child, it is the nature of the attack that leaves investigators sickened beyond their wildest imaginations.
And that's what we're trying to do, is sicken you beyond your wildest imagination. One of the things that you have as a parent is a duty to your children. And if you don't adhere to that duty or you don't meet that obligation, guess what? You can get charged with a crime. Is it a crime to hit your child? It depends. You can spank your kid. In most jurisdictions, you can spare the rod, spoil the child. You've heard that bullshit. If you hit the kid, guess what? He's gonna fucking hate you. I mean, I got hit like crazy when I was a kid, and guess what? All it did was make me hide my shit better and resent my father. I mean, fuck you, Dad. Don't hit me again. Oh, you want to give me some coleslaw by grabbing the back of the hair and shoving it in my throat? Never had it that way. Tastes much different that way. I mean, children are a blessing. Is there a time for corporal punishment? I personally don't think so. I never hit my kids. Don't ever feel that. I mean, there's nothing that you can accomplish with hitting, in my opinion, that you can't accomplish with talking. But this is a whole nother level. This is like you have your kids in squalor. You have your kids, a kid being eaten by rats. What the fuck?
And I see his fingers. And I see that his fingers look like they've been chewed.
His fingers look like they've been chewed. Ugh. And look at the place that he's in. Well, they got a nice heart by the door, so there's love in the home. And you've got, what looks to be like a little stuffed animal on the front porch, which looks really clean. or not.
Early in the morning on September 13th, 2023, police officers and EMTs quickly arrive at the Schonnebaum family home, expecting to see an injured baby off to a local hospital. But what they don't yet realize is the child's injuries and the infuriating reason behind them were something they never could have anticipated. Approaching the house, the officer can't help but notice the front porch is congested with toys, household objects, and heaps of trash.
Here's the thing. Some might say, oh, they're poverty, blah, blah, blah. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you have to be fucking dirty. Doesn't mean you have to have a mess like this. I mean, maybe you don't have a job. Okay, if you don't have a job, what the fuck are you doing with your time? Clean your goddamn house. Or straighten it up. Keep it habitable for your children.
When he enters the house, he's greeted by Delana Thurman, the aunt of the victim, and David, the victim's father. Both are also looking after several crying children.
I walked in and found him this morning. He was crying all night long.
I used to drive an ambulance when I was in college, and we would come into homes like this, where it's just shit everywhere. It came into one home, there was a dead dog carcass, and the woman was living in a mansion, and just stuff everywhere. And then we go to get her, and her family called us to bring her in because she wasn't well upstairs. And she says, I need my case. So the sheriff went back in and grabbed this small suitcase kind of thing. We find out later from the sheriff's department that there was the remains of a baby in that case that had been there for decades. Mental illness is something that manifests itself in a number of ways, and this is one of the ways.
Yeah, that doesn't happen when a baby not make a sound.
Officer Green proceeds to gain further details from Delana, David's sister-in-law. He finds out that all of the other 4 children are under the age of 10, 2 of which are Delana's children.
So you're saying you didn't have a mark on him when he went to bed?
No marks on him at all.
No mark at all. We
Yeah.
laid him down. He was happy as could be. He fell asleep. We came in here to watch some TV.
What time was that?
We put him to bed at what?
It was about 8.
About 8.
Yeah,
And then we just came in here. We haven't heard anything since then. He was frustrated.
I used to sneak my children out of their cribs. I'd check on them once in a while. But I'd sneak them out of their cribs, and just because you just love that little puppy breath that they have, right? And you care for them, you swaddle them. If they're not making noise, you check on them. You have a baby monitor in there probably, either whether it's video or audio. And you just wake up, and all of a sudden you see the fucking rats eating your baby's fingers. Jesus Christ.
At one time, around 10 or 11, and I went in there and I gave him his body.
Moments after the officer's arrival, EMTs enter the home to tend to the victim. The officer is stunned by the ferocity of the infant's injuries.
He's got marks all over him and his fingers are chewed off. I don't know what happened. They said it wasn't like that. Didn't hear him make a sound all night.
Okay, if a baby is getting his fingers chewed off, they're gonna make a sound. They can make a sound if they're fucking hungry. That's the only thing they can do is just scream or cry, to make their needs, wants, desires known.
When I checked on him and gave him his bottle.
I've been having a rat problem here, but I've got traps everywhere, I've got bait balls set everywhere. I've tried it the best I can.
That doesn't happen and him not make a sound all night. Wait.
Right, here you go with my son.
No, not right now.
Sometimes crimes have a certain liability factor, okay? So, sometimes, it depends upon if it's reasonably foreseeable. Or sometimes there's what you call strict liability. Represented an older woman without legs in a nursing home who was sexually assaulted by one of the staff. That just shouldn't have happened no matter what. There's no negligence there. It just shouldn't fucking happen. Pull the diaper aside and go to town. Give me a fucking break. And this is the kind of along that same line. Your kids should not have their fingers eaten off by fucking rats. I mean, by rodents. They need to be out of that environment, and the house probably needs to be fumigated or torn down.
You can sit down. Can you talk to them? This is mom and dad get the rest. I can't talk to those people. I'm gonna lose it. Here you go. You should have seen the baby. It's terrible. They said to make a sound all night.
As more officers approach the scene, they are equally appalled by the disturbing injuries and the terrible conditions of the house the children live in.
And here's the thing. These guys have kids. I guarantee you all these guys have kids. And they see stuff constantly, right? They constantly are seeing the worst of the worst of the worst. Firemen are the same way. You know, like I told you, my dad never got used to pulling kids out of a burning building. And this has a toll on their mental health. And that's why he's like, I can't talk to these people.
One of the nastier ones I've ever seen.
It's hard to contain the rage. It's hard to contain the rage.
That's not. Oh, that's I had to walk out. Babies died. Big like situations, but the fact that he was there and he was eaten alive, if you're telling me he like a sound,
Yeah.
are you serious?
No way.
In the house, but don't have diapers laying on the floor. Like,
Well, I can already tell just from the porch how bad.
yeah, I showed him the picture. It's bad.
So it looks like the fingers were chewed.
Like, yeah, they're really bad. Like going, like he was like eaten alive.
All of them?
He's gonna lose at least a couple, but the whole hand's just chewed up.
With the baby
The whole hand's chewed up. Good thing we're not going to take a look at that here today. Or at least I hope.
finally receiving treatment in the ambulance, it was time to dig deeper into how such a grotesque attack on the child went unnoticed. The suspects are clearly being less than truthful, and officers must get to the bottom of it. Police isolate the victim's father, David, for questioning.
So, poverty doesn't equate to neglect. You can be poor and still be a good parent. So you have pancakes for dinner a couple nights a week, you know? So maybe you skip a meal because you're poor. Doesn't mean you have to be dirty. Doesn't mean you have to have just a shit pile mess. Doesn't mean you have to have diapers on the floor, you know? But if you're on drugs and you're passed out half the fucking time, or you just don't give a shit, you don't deserve to have your children. And that's the other part of this. Child protection gets involved in this. I guarantee you, it's not long after this that child protection will get involved. And one of the things they can do is they can take your kids, and they can develop a plan to either terminate your rights, which is a civil process, or have a plan for you to get your kids back.
You just want to take a seat. Look, listen. I have no idea what's going on. I just got here, but I want to talk to you, but you're not under arrest or anything, but I'm going to read you your rights before I talk to you, okay?
So remember, he doesn't have to read him his rights. I don't know that I would have read him his rights, because if you're not under arrest, you're free to go, you're free to talk. But when do you read those rights? So where there's in custody and interrogation, that's when the Miranda rights attach. And he's not in custody, so he doesn't have to read him his rights. But probably a smart thing to do it, because he's probably going to he knows he's going to arrest him.
I was getting all the kids up, ready for school this morning.
Okay.
I went in there like I've been doing. Went in there to...
He sounds fucked up, right? I mean, he sounds like he's not all there.
I get him up, and I see blood everywhere. So I got him up. I was like, okay, where's the blood coming from? I worked for AMR for a while.
Okay.
I was like, where's the blood coming from? You know, said, did he have a nosebleed? Did he have an ear bleed? I noticed amount of blood, and I see his fingers. And I see that his fingers look like they've been chewed.
So look at him shake. You know, look at him shake. He's not shaking because he's distraught by this. He's shaking because he's on something, I guarantee it.
Okay, what does he sleep in, like a crib? Or?
He has a bassinet.
A bassinet?
Bassinet that's on the, stands up, off the floor.
Okay.
Look at the squalor. Look at the shit that this child is in. People like this should not have the privilege of having children.
And it's in a corner of the room. Never had any issues.
So you think the dog was chewing on his fingers?
No. We have a rat problem here. I've been trying to get rid of them. I've got Terminex here. I've got bait blocks. I've got traps.
Okay.
All set. And it's like...
Okay.
The baby's mother, Angel Schaunebaum, was reportedly staying in a nearby mental health facility and wasn't present during the attack on the infant.
Big surprise there. Big surprise that mom's got mental health problems. Dad looks like he's driving his mental health mobile just right up to mom.
David brings the officer to his son's room, where the incident occurred.
If you don't want to look in there, it's fine. You just...
Sleeps over. He has a pack and play.
Okay.
The blood-soaked bassinet and boppy pillow create a scene like something out of a horror movie. A defenseless infant would not have stood a chance fending for himself against what was likely a multiple rodent attack. The officer only has time for a brief look before David becomes overwhelmed.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Let's get you some. Let's get you some cigarettes.
So that's criminal neglect of a child, and that's usually punishable by prison.
That's my baby, you know.
I know. I know. They're gonna help him, okay?
As David paces through the house, the children are becoming restless, realizing something is very wrong. When David is able to take a minute to calm down on the front porch, officers gather near the ambulance to compare notes. Despite the house's condition, the question of how this many rodents were infesting the property and the role the adults played remain to be discovered.
Is it both hands?
The right hand is the worst. The left one is, for lack of a better term, more superficial. His feet. Nothing really noted on his back. Groin area looks okay, a little bruising in the perineum.
According to the police incident report, the baby had over 50 rat bites all over his body. Despite the terrifying wounds on his left hand, it was his right hand, however, that had the EMTs deeply concerned about the child's well-being. He would need a blood transfusion when he arrived at the hospital, as the wounds were nearly fatal.
Let's say the kid dies. I don't know if that happens here or not, but if the kid dies, what's the crime? Certainly it's not an intentional homicide, right? But it's probably more like a manslaughter case. And what's manslaughter? Manslaughter is the culpable negligence. Basically, you're acting in a way without regard to the danger that's been caused. So in this case, the danger is the squalor that you're letting these kids live in. I mean, don't you think it's reasonably foreseeable that if you have this major fucking rat problem and you have a kid in the room by themselves, that kid's at risk? Especially if you got shit all over the place.
Buckled up before
All right.
any of us get angry enough to say hello to the parents. I'm assuming they're not coming to the hospital.
No. Absolutely not.
All right.
I don't know how you wouldn't hear it.
This has to be excruciating.
And if he wasn't screaming, then something else.
Yeah.
While the officer continues to speak with David, the children are growing restless inside as an officer tries to calm them down.
Hey, bud, it's okay. Here,
Come over here. They're all girls.
That's a good point. If the child wasn't screaming, then there's something else going on because the kid probably would have been unconscious or just so out of it that, through malnutrition or neglect or whatever.
Hey, bud, it's okay. Here,
Come over here. They're all girls. Yeah, the little boy. You want to sit down so we can talk to you?
On a call from DCS, their person, to see if they're going to want the kids to stay.
Okay.
So we'll wait just a little bit, and then if so, we can talk here in a minute.
I know you two want to go to school, but we're going to wait until one.
So Department of Children's Services, that's what I'm assuming DCS stands for, will come and they'll take the kids. This is a bad enough situation where they're going to take the kids, get them cleaned up, interview them forensically, get them into foster care, and get some food in them and try to get them healthy, and then figure out what to do with the parents after the fact.
One other person comes, and then maybe we'll get to go to school, okay?
I'm a puppy.
I know, but Bobby is getting the help that he needs.
I'm so
Yes. Out of this house.
Please do not ask again.
Well, let me show these names. Can you hand by him? I'll give him all this.
Hey, bud. Can I give you a hug? Can I give you a hug? All right, bud. I know.
The other thing, when kids are neglected like this, and not given a hug or just a touch, they get what's called attachment disorder. I'm not an expert in this field, so this is just cursory knowledge that pretty much everybody has. But that attachment disorder down the line is something that can't be cured, and all of a sudden you turn into somebody who doesn't have the connection with human beings that normal people have, and you could burn down an apartment building and not give a shit. I know somebody like that.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Oh.
I'm bed bleeding. I'm bed got bleed all the day.
Yeah.
Baby gone.
It's at the hospital, okay?
He comes right back. Yeah, he comes right back. Just that down there. He's brave.
Suddenly, without provocation, one of the children says something alarming.
I saw the mouse go all day.
You did?
Yeah. Not me. I just find it in my room wanted
Okay.
and bite me.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah.
And I'm just scared.
Yeah.
Baby got a mouse in his bed
Yeah.
and bite. And bite his feet. Very quick. Me got this house. And on his head.
Listen to the child talk about this horrific rodent infestation. I mean, just having the children living in that home under those conditions is criminal neglect. I mean, the prosecutor doesn't need to prove much here.
Get out of this house. Mommy. When he get out of this house.
Hearing the child's haunting plea to leave is heartbreaking. They clearly recognize the danger they're all in. After a few minutes, the officers take them outside to play, hoping some activity would lighten their moods and ease their stress.
Want blue? There you go.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Ooh, that's a triangle.
Yeah, I like it.
You like triangle. What color chalk would you like to use?
I like
Can you draw me a flower?
Yeah!
Can you draw me a rat chewing on fingers? Fuck.
In a minute.
In a minute.
Draw a flower.
So these cops are trying to distract the children, right? I mean, but keep in mind what a difficult job that they must have in a situation like this where children are involved. They've got this vision of the mutilated child. Meanwhile, they're trying to be decent to these children.
I'll make you some more room.
Oh, if I can bend down.
Around this time, officers discuss their horrifying observations, planning a way to rescue the remaining children.
I told Dad that we're going to keep all the kids here.
Okay.
Really. Because they all need to be checked out.
I looked and I asked him if
Well,
anybody had boo-boos. Nobody had boo-boos.
They're all, even the little kids are talking about seeing mice and stuff running around in there.
Officers and DCS guide David back inside to gain a better idea of the recent conditions of the house. In stark contrast to the serenity in the yard, the house is in a state of chaotic disrepair.
Imagine being their neighbor. I mean, I've got a neighbor who's got shit growing in his front yard, and it's just fucking disgusting. And it's like, it's not pretty plant. Remove it. And I'm not one of these guys who's, I want to get in your business as your neighbor. But damn it, make it look halfway decent.
Used diapers are littered across the floor along with garbage and clutter. The house was reportedly smelling foul, and there were a number of visible rat traps. Despite the disturbing state of the living room and the bloody nightmare in the baby's bassinet, officers still don't...
Hard to get this fucking turd look off my face. Like you're smelling a turd. Because you look at this disgusting squalor that they're living in. Kids should be playing ball. They should be, have footy jammies and, having snacks and treats and books read to them at night. And when you see this, it's just such a disaster for these children.
still don't know that they've only scratched the surface.
The kitchen is a mess. So I've been remodeling and I pulled.
I've been remodeling. I just, the diapers there, I mean, I just couldn't get to them because I'm remodeling. And wait till you see the palace that I'm going to build for these children.
So bad, and everybody slept down trying to get the kitchen worked out. So I will let y'all know that's a mess in there.
In the bedroom, the team of officers photographed.
It's a mess in there. It's a mess in here. It's a mess everywhere. I mean, let me warn you, it's a mess over there. How would it be different than any other part of the fucking house?
The mess, blood stains, and rat tracks, processing the scene and taking pictures of the area for evidence. With DCS and police investigating the bedroom together, an official from the DCS has a moment to share some interesting information.
You guys have pictures?
Of the home, like previous pictures, we should, yes.
That's right. The DCS is very familiar with the Schonnebaum family.
Oh, big surprise that Children's Services has been there before and didn't do a fucking thing, and now one of the kids has got rat fingers.
In fact, there have been 3 ongoing cases and 1 decided case attached to David specifically. Beginning in December of 2022, there was 1 claim of neglect and 1 claim of lack of supervision. Finally, in January of 2018, David was charged with neglect of a dependent with endangerment, a level 6 felony, but the court withheld judgment, sentencing him to suspended probation, providing very little recourse for his actions. In February 2021, David was charged with possession of substance, for which he received 1 year of a suspended probation.
So, did I have it right? At the beginning of this video, I didn't see anything. And number 1, drugs are involved. Big surprise there. Number 2, you've got a prior neglect case and a prior Child and Protective Services case. The next step is to remove the kids from the home and terminate the parental rights.
While a case manager visited the home once a week, it was clearly not enough to prevent the...
Fucking A. How the hell is this existing and a case manager is visiting once a week? I know they're overworked. I know their resources are stretched thin, but Jesus Christ, look at this.
The unspeakable attack on the baby, nor did it prevent the other 4 children from potentially being exposed to serious diseases due to the animal feces and rodents. In the kitchen, the mess goes from bad to nauseating. In the police report, David stated he believed there was a dead rat behind the stove and decided...
Ugh, how in the hell can you live in shit like that? I mean, I freak out if my underwear are on the floor for too long.
Decided to replace the appliance. Delana adds that this renovation caused garbage to pile up in the kitchen, making the trash
It's the renovation. Yeah, it's just the fucking renovation. Wait to see the palace that we're going to build with our $2 that we have for this renovation.
Situation far worse. Rats scampered away when they opened the door to the kitchen, forcing David and Delana to lock the door to prevent the children from going inside.
Is this a closet over here?
Where? I'm sorry.
The door that's next to the back door?
Oh, no, that goes to the basement.
You want to go down there? I'm gonna go down there first and we'll see. Guess I should. If I can even open it.
You probably don't go down the basement.
Yeah,
it's very rarely open.
Yeah, there's tons of rat down here.
There's blood in the kitchen in there too. You working in there or?
No.
Old blood?
I don't know. I know Bruno's been in there.
As investigators move through the house, they notice one of the family dogs has a scratch on his nose. Officers photograph the dog and begin confronting David further about his use of rat traps.
Dog got a scratch on his nose too. Yeah, I don't know what from unless I found that rat or something.
These people should not be allowed to parent children. Plain and simple.
I put dog food in them usually, and
He puts dog food in the fucking rat traps because, he probably doesn't have much other food. And probably what he feeds his children. And so what does the dog do? The dog tries to get some fucking food and gets snipped by the traps.
I see that? It's okay.
But
How many of those you got around?
There's one there. There's one behind the couch. I have one in the bathroom.
But they're all gone now, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I lived here for 4 years, and I didn't have a rat issue till last year.
Your sister said your dog got one last time?
He had one.
A rat?
And
Little
dog likes to get rats. But
That explains scratch.
he had one, and it went down big. So
just fighting it?
Yeah. Little dog hates rats. This is a good thing.
According to the police report in a follow-up interview at the station, Delana additionally states that there has never been a rat in the children's room. However, in the weeks prior to the attack on the baby, 2 of the children told a school teacher they'd been bitten by mice on their toes. Delana suggested these marks were made by the children's bed frames. Unfortunately, the school nurse could not conclusively confirm the source of the marks. As the inspection comes to a close, David tries to justify his actions once again, but the officers aren't willing to allow him any more chances.
I would never guess this issue. Mice eat cheese and...
Yeah.
That's my thing.
No.
I don't know anything about them.
No, I don't either. I'm not saying I wouldn't have guessed. Like I said,
I've never...
if I've seen one, if I saw one, I'm just saying, everyone's got their own. Obviously, you can't just up and move or whatever. So
Rats aside, the whole place is a health hazard for anybody living within it, especially children.
I've seen one. If I saw one, I'm just saying, everyone's got their own. Obviously, you can't just up and move or whatever. So if you see a rat, you might not think it might happen, but I'm just saying, rats are rats. So.
David was in fact able to secure housing that same day for his family, but it was too late. DCS removed all 5 children from their parents' care soon after. Delana Thurman was charged with 2 counts of neglect on a dependent, which places the dependent in a situation that endangers them. On January 17, 2024, Delana accepted a plea agreement for both counts of her indictment and received a 2-year suspended sentence on probation. David Schonnebaum was charged with 1 count of neglect on a dependent for each of the children who had not been attacked, and 1 count of neglect on a dependent resulting in serious injury, all of which were felonies. He was on probation at the time the crimes were committed. On October 2, 2024, David was found guilty on all charges and was sentenced to 16 years in Indiana's Department of Corrections.
16 fucking years. And what did you have to do to avoid prison? Clean up your shit. Take good care of your kids. Make sure they have footy jammies so the mice can't chew through them. Make sure that they, had a clean, safe place to sleep. Make sure that they're alive and well. Children are a fucking blessing. I don't care how difficult they may be. And to squander the opportunity to be a positive influence in somebody's life is just absolutely deplorable.
While Angel Schonnebaum, the child's mother, was not present at home at the time, she had been present during previous interventions and visits from the DCS. Having taken no action to improve the living conditions at home, Angel was charged with 2 level 6 felony counts of neglect on a dependent for each of the children who had not been attacked, and 1 level 3 felony count of neglect on a dependent resulting in serious injury. However, in September 2024, Angel Schonnebaum took a plea deal and pleaded guilty to a level 5 felony neglect charge, which is lesser than the original level 3 charge. She also pleaded guilty as charged to 2 level 6 felony neglect charges. On October 24, 2024, Angel was sentenced to 9 years in prison for the charges.
9 years. 9 years.
And is currently serving the sentence at the Indiana Department of Corrections. As of the time this video was produced, there's been no update on the health status of the injured child or the other 4 children.
Well, you wouldn't get an update because they're minors and you don't have access to that. But what a horrific absolutely horrific. That this brings to light, child abuse and all the issues that are surrounding that, mental health, controlled substance, just all the different things that funnel their way to child abuse. Sometimes you have people who just are fucking mean to their kids. I remember seeing this woman just beat the crap out of her son at a mall, and I was calling the cops, and the kid was deathly afraid that I was calling the cops because this woman was just so ridiculous with her kid. So if you see something, don't be afraid to step in, because a kid you might save a kid's life. This is just absolutely horrific, And like I said, poverty is no excuse for neglect. Ugh. Anyway, so I feel like I need to take a fucking shower now after I've seen this. Don't you feel like you just walked through just dirt and grime and So we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, sign up for Patreon. We're going to start putting some content out there. Go to clrbrucerivers.com. These aren't up yet on the website, but they're going to be up there shortly. So we got some snapbacks or trucker hats, whatever you want to call them. They're just a different style. And take care of your kids. Put your kid on your knee. Read him a poem. Read him a book. Every night. Every night you should do that. I did that with both my kids. And look where it got me with Michael, Ugh. Anyway, but just be there. Be there for your kids. We'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, please, is that my God?